Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back to our YouTube channel. And today we're going to start with our number talk. And today's number talk is how many ways to make. And teachers, if you can read the number for me, how many ways to make?
55.
55. And you know how we start our number talk for how many ways is drawing a visual representation first of 55. So when you look at 55, what do you think of? What is a visual representation we can use to show us what 55 is? And yes, I chose 55 today. Thank you, Ms. Rosales, because today is Cinco de Mayo, and that means that it's the 5th day of May, and May is actually the 5th month of the year. So we have 5 for the 5th month of the year and 5 for the 5th day of the month. So that's why I wanted to use 55 today to just connect it to our day of the month and our week, our month and our day of the month. All right, teachers, when you're ready, give me a thumbs up. I see Miss T is ready to show her visual representation. Miss Hernandez waiting for one friend. Awesome, we're all ready to go. And Miss T, can you share first, what was your visual representation of 55?
So I drew 5 10s and 5 1s.
Yes, thinking about place value. And when we are talking about place value, we have these 10s are called rods. So we call them 10 rods. And we have 5 10 rods because it has 5 10s. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then we have 5 1s, or when we call another word for ones are units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can draw your units with dots, with circles, with squares. I like to do circles just to differentiate that from our rods that are 10. All right, Ms. Hernandez, can you share with us your visual representation of 55?
Yes, so I thought of a number bond.
Ooh,
So I put 55 made up of a 50 and of a 5.
Perfect. And Ms. Rosales, did you have the same idea?
Great minds think alike.
Oh, there you go. All right. But you added you added a little bit more. Can you tell us what you added to yours? So Ms. Hernandez reminded us that we can decompose a number into their 10s and their 1s. So here we have 55 decomposed into 50 and 5. And Ms. Rosales, can you add on to Ms. Hernandez's thinking?
Sure. So I have the visual representation of money here, and I have a $50, which is 50 cents. And then I have a nickel, which is 5 cents. So putting them together is 55 cents. Woo!
And those $50 are a little bit more rare to come by. You really don't get them very often because I think people like to save them and keep them, like me. I like keeping those $50 and dollars. So yes, there are such thing as a $50. If you've never seen it before, when you do, hold on to it and keep it forever. So usually $50 is 50 cents, and then when we have a nickel, that's 5 cents. So 50 plus 5, just like Ms. Hernandez's number bond, is 55. Thank you, teachers. All right, so now our next step is I want us to think about a number sentence we can use that makes 55. And you can choose either addition or subtraction, because this week we're actually talking about both of these addition and subtraction problems. So whatever comes to mind, if you want to try a subtraction problem, go ahead. If you want to try an addition problem, feel free, as long as it's an equation. And remember, friends at home, you can pause your video, use a paper or a whiteboard to write your equation, and then press play when you are ready to see what we came up with. I see Ms. Rosales is ready. When teachers are ready, just give me a thumbs up. And Ms. Rosales, I'll have you go first since you went last time.
Wow. So I have the equation. First of all, I used a number bond because I thought it was so cool what Ms. Hernandez did. And it's something that reminded me of what we were working with as a tool in our IXL assignment. So you told us that we can make addition and subtraction equations here. But anyway, I started with 55, which is what we have. And then I wanted to go ahead and make a subtraction problem. I'm sorry, an addition problem. Wait, did that work out? No, it didn't. Let's try that again.
Oh yeah, we have to remember that we are making 55.
Yes.
But thank you, Ms. Rosales. Go ahead and continue.
wait, I'm going to need the help of my friends out there. So we have 55, and I wanted to show a subtraction problem. So I needed to come up with the minuend, and my minuend has to be larger. So I have 55 and 5 more is going to give me 60. Now that I think about it, now I know what my minuend is. My largest number is 60. So Miss Yakimowicz, can you help me out? 60 minus 5 is going to give me back 55.
Perfect. And what can we use to really make sure that this is a true number sentence? So what strategy can we use to support this number sentence, Ms. Rosales?
We can look at it as an addition problem as well. So 55 plus 5 more, is that going to give me back 60? Yes, it is. Count
Right.
by 5.
Yeah, looking at this tool, so we use a number bond as a tool, and we know that if we have two numbers, so it's also kind of like a triangle when you think about it. The top of our triangle or the top of our number bond is our whole number, the biggest number, so 60, and then our bottom, I guess, points of our triangle are the add-ins, what they equal. So if you put the add-ins together, they should, and they're supposed to equal the whole on top. So these two numbers here, when you add them together, they're going to equal 60, right? And so let's see, 655 plus 5 equals, let's see, 55 in my head, 5 more, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. So that's true. And then we can also do that the reverse, right? 60 minus 5, 60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55. Is there another equation that we can write? Because I know usually we can write 3 equations with our number bond. Miss T?
I can also do the reverse. It could be 5 plus 55 equals 60, because I know in my addition, it doesn't matter the order you add the numbers in, you still get the same answer.
Thank you. So yes, this number bond is a great tool to use to figure out an addition or subtraction sentence. Ms. Hernandez, what did you come up with today?
Actually, I came up with the exact same number sentence like Miss.
So you guys are twins today. Wow.
Like we said, great minds think alike.
Wow.
Yeah, so I
Love
came
it.
up with a quick one, especially since we've been working a lot with place values. So I thought, well, I can easily do 45 plus a 10. That will take me right up to 55.
Perfect. And how can we make sure that this is a true number sentence? Or yeah,
Count on my fingers. So 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55.
Perfect. And then just connecting it to Miss T's place value representation, we can also use our 10s and 1s to represent that as well. And I wanted to that just came to my mind. So if we have 45 in our head, so we draw our 10s, 4 10s, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 5 1s, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. And then when we add that last 10, 45 plus 10 equals 55. So thank you. Miss T, what was your number sentence that you came up with?
Well, I connected my representation to an equation, and so I used 55 and I decomposed it to 50 and 5. And then I broke down the 50 into 5 10s.
I'm so sorry. All right, let me see. I'm sorry, friends. I accidentally deleted what we had. So hopefully we can go from there. You can always pause back. And so here, let me draw what Miss T put. So she had her 50. And here.
Well, 55 on the top because I decomposed the 55, and then I got into 50 and 5 because that's something that I think Ms. Hernandez had written on her decomposing. And then so I just broke apart the 50 into my 10s again, because it also reminded me when we do our counting collections, it's really important to remember our equations when we're adding equal groups. So then I did 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus the leftover 5 equals 55.
Perfect. And this reminds me of when we do our story problems too. Ms. Hernandez uses this equation or uses this strategy where she decomposes her 50s into 10s to really show how many 10s are in 50. And then we have 50. Let me put this in color. Ooh, why do I keep doing that? I don't know. Okay.
It's Tuesday.
Okay.
Tricky Tuesday.
Oh, Tricky Tuesday. I love it. All right, let's see. So we had 50. Let's try that one again, Miss Yukimowicz. So you had 50 up, 55, because Miss T is decomposing her 55, just like Miss Hernandez, into 50 and 5. And then Miss T wanted to do a further decomposition to show how 50 is made up of tens. So we have 10, 5 tens, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. All right. Now, here we go. Now she made up a number sentence using all of these tens and the 5. So 10 plus 10, we should have 5 tens, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, and then plus that last 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 equals 55. Perfect. Thank you, Miss T. All right, now I just want us to go into a further thinking, deeper thinking into this. And I know we've tried in the past using 3 or more numbers in our number sentence. So today, can we try to use 3 or more numbers to make 55 together? And I'll try my best not to stop sharing the screen. So remember, friends at home, we're trying to use 3 numbers. So what it would look like is we can have either an addition sentence, a number plus another number plus a different number is going to give us 55. Or we can have subtraction, right? A number minus another number minus a third number is going to give us 55. But we need to make sure that we're making 55. That's our total or our difference. So teachers, when you're ready, just put a thumb up. I know I saw Miss Hernandez was ready to go, Miss Rosales, and friends at home. If you need more working time, just pause the video to give yourself that extra time. All right, let's start with Miss Hernandez. What number sentence did you come up with today?
So I came up with 25 plus 25 plus 5 equals 55.
Wow.
As in referring back to Letty using money as a way of counting, I'm thinking of 25 as a quarter. I know 25 cents plus 25 cents makes 50 cents. So in thinking of that, I know 25 plus 5, 25 plus 25 is 50, plus the last 5 will take me back to the 55.
Ooh, I love that. Connecting it back to money. We've been talking about that in our story problems and in our number talks. So yeah, those quarters are a great way to help us really contextualize numbers, because when we use money, that's like the one thing we know has numbers and we count every day. So 50 plus 5 equals 55. Perfect. Thank you, Ms. Hernandez, for sharing that strategy. All right, Ms. Rosales, what number sentence did you come up with that has 3 or more numbers? Whoa.
So, just so you know, I totally fell in love with your idea, how you were saying, let's work with what we already know. So I redrew the tens and ones, 55, and then I just started circling sets. I took some 10, some ones, and put them together. And then I just created the number. So I circled these 2 tens and matched it with 1 1. So 2 tens and 1 1, that's going to give me 21. Then I matched these 2 tens together with these 2 ones, 2 tens and 2 twos, 22. And then I took the last 10 that was there and connected that with these last 2 that were left. 1 10 and 2 tens is 12. So I know this whole thing is 55 because I can check 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. And I know putting this together is going to give me back 55.
Wow, what a great strategy. And I'm going to show that with another color so that my friends can see. So this is a great strategy you can use. So what Miss Rosales did that I haven't actually seen before is she drew the place value for 55, and she used that to figure out another number sentence. So she started with 21, and she knows she has two tens make 20, plus a 1 make 21. So she put those together to make 21. And then she went, okay, let's go to my next number. Let's see. Then I have 22. I can have 2 tens, and then connect that with 2 ones. That can make 22. And then the leftover I can use as my third number. So I can use the color pink. And then she used that last 110 plus the last 2 ones. And so she created a whole new numbers. So she has 21 plus 22 plus 12. Oh, let me do this. Plus 12. And then I used blue for that 22. So she knows that all of those numbers together make 55, and she just figured out, okay, let's look at my add-ins and make my add-ins from the place value numbers I have. Wow, thank you for that strategy. Maybe we can use that in the future, and you can use that at home when you're thinking about, oh, on my own, I want to figure out how to make 19 just for fun, right? Because I know you guys do that on your own to really practice and know your number sense. All right, last but not least, Miss T, what number sentence did you come up with?
I kind of did the same thing. I started with what I knew, and I didn't erase how I decomposed last time. So I just grouped my tens together. So I grouped 3 tens together to make 30, and then I grouped the second 2 tens over here to make 20, and then the leftover 5. So 30 plus 20 plus 5 equals 55.
Perfect. So right here, she just looked at what she had and she built onto that, right? And we can do that all the time, building onto our own thinking. So 10 plus 10 plus 10 equals 30. 30. And then she still has her number sentence from last time, and I'm going to show that visualization. So then she had 2 more 10s. She's like, okay, plus 20, and then plus that extra 5. This is still a new number sentence because the numbers are each different from the equation before. So now we have 30 plus 20 plus 5 equals 55. Wow, I'm so amazed by our first grade teachers and all of their imagination and working with these numbers. And I'm sure at home you came up with some incredible ideas. So please take a picture of your work, submit it to your Seesaw, to your teacher, so that we can share it with our friends here on our YouTube video. And we can't wait for the rest of the lessons. Have fun, and thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Don't forget to subscribe. Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
You can't find it, huh?